everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so I have a Warner Brothers box. So that can only mean one thing. Yes, we have another 4K collector's edition, and this time it is The Conjuring. Now, I honestly cannot wait to take you around this one. I haven't actually looked at it properly myself, so it's going to be kind of a, I'm going to be seeing it with you for the first time. But this is the box set itself, and if you're familiar with Warner Brothers and their collector's releases, you'll know exactly what to expect with this one. You know, you got your booklet, your postcards, your poster, your steelbook, all housed in a lovely, hard, rigid box. So yes, like I said, really looking forward to taking you around this one and giving you a closer look at it, and hopefully this video might help a few of you out there, maybe one or two that are on the fence of whether or not to pick this one up. So yes, the unboxing will be coming very soon. Now that's exactly what this video is going to be. It is going to be an unboxing, and I'm hoping maybe sometime next week I will come back and properly review the 4K transfer. I have knocked it on, and I've knocked it on for 5 minutes, but I'm not going to base my review on 5 minutes. But from what I've seen, looks impressive. Not amazing, not a night and day difference over that Blu-ray. The movie has its limits. You know, it's held, I think it's held in the 70s if I remember correctly. It has that kind of 70s aesthetic. So naturally they're going to stay faithful to that aesthetic, and I think that's exactly what they do with this 4K disc. The colours from what I've seen are very subdued, naturally so. You do not want an overly vibrant movie. And it just looks like a very faithful presentation from what I've seen at the moment. Now I can tell you is that there is no Dolby Vision with this one, which I know is going to disappoint a lot of people out there. I have to tell you is I've been impressed in terms of the way they've handled the colours, so I'm not quite sure would Dolby Vision drastically change things. I honestly don't know. There is a digital version out there, and maybe someone on YouTube will do a comparison between the 4K physical and the digital and see what Dolby Vision brings to the game there. Now, I know another thing that's going to disappoint people as well with this release is the lack of Dolby Atmos. I'm not going to lie, when I found out myself I was a little bit disappointed, but then it clicked with me and I remembered. Anyone that owns this movie on Blu-ray, if you're familiar with the DTS 5.1 audio, it's epic. It really is. It's a very active mix. And look, I'm not going to say that Dolby Atmos wouldn't be much better. I'm sure it would have added a lot in terms of those higher channels. Just adding a certain element of, just adding more atmosphere to a very atmospheric movie. But don't let that put you off, because like I said, the DTS 5.1 audio on this one is extraordinary. I remember it on the Blu-ray, and again, really looking forward to revisiting this one and seeing the whole picture, seeing how it all looks on 4K. But as of right now, it is shaping up to be a very impressive looking 4K disc. And yeah, like I said, I'll get back to you and share my thoughts on the 4K transfer hopefully sometime next week. Now, I have to tell you, I am a big fan of this movie. I'm a big fan of this series. Even though I have to admit, I think Warner Brothers did play it a little safe at times. Because, you know yourself, The Conjuring was a huge success, so naturally they're going to do a sequel to it. But then we start getting spin-off movies, and then, you know, you got the likes of Annabelle, and Annabelle was a big success. Okay, let's do a sequel to that. They brought out The Nun. The Nun was a success. Let's bring out a sequel to that. Instead of just giving us more kind of spin-off movies and giving us something different to one another. Because I don't know if you remember this or not, but when the third Conjuring movie came out, there was huge rumours going around that it was going to be based on a werewolf. I think that was the initial idea for the third movie, and then it got scrapped and they went back to the whole demonic possession thing. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to Warner Brothers. I think they just played it a little too safe. Could you imagine watching a Conjuring movie based around the legend of a certain werewolf, and Ed and Lorraine are investigating it? I thought the idea of it was brilliant. They even kind of, I remember this kind of this artwork leaked, and it was how the movie was going to look, and it looked like something from Sleepy Hollow. Kind of had that eerie feel to it. And I remember seeing that picture and hearing that rumor about the werewolf thing, and I was very, very excited. And then all of a sudden it got announced and they were going back to the whole demonic thing. So yeah, I just wish that Warner Brothers just took a chance, done something a little bit different. Even with the new one that's coming out now, is it September or October? The Last Rites. So this is going to be the last case that Ed and Lauren worked on. Apparently this is the case that made them stop. And again, we are going back to kind of like a demonic possession thing. So yeah, like I said, they played it just a little too safe. But having said that, I am still a fan of the series, and I'm very excited to actually have this movie on 4K. Right, so sorry for ranting on as long as I did. I'm going to take us around this release, and I really do hope you enjoy it. Right, so here we go, the Conjuring 4K Collector's Edition. So there is a J card, so I want to quickly bring it in and let's just have a look at it. So you'll see up top, it's basically showing you everything that's inside this release. You will notice the special features there as well, quite a few on this one. And you do have your technical information, but as you can see, it's very hard to make out, so apologies for that. So the J card itself is hard cardboard. It simply wraps around your release, held on by glue spots, so please be careful when removing. Right, so that is the J card. So you will see I'm wearing gloves. Now there's a reason for why I'm wearing gloves on this one, and it's because of the soft touch finish. I am not kidding. It shows fingerprints so badly, and chances are it'll still show up even with the gloves on, but I just wanted to keep them on just in case, because they're absolutely horrible to look at. But I had to tell you, I love the artwork that they have opted on this release. As you can see, it is Lorraine Warren, and it's that scene where she's playing the music box. There's a mirror on the music box, and apparently if you stare at the mirror, the ghost of a child will appear behind you. So it's a great scene in the movie, and it's great that they opted to put it onto this release. Now, I just want to draw your attention to the top of the box, the title of the movie, because you'll see that it is done with some nice spot glossing. So it really does stand out in that black background. So yes, that is the main artwork. The stickers down below, they're stickers, so they can be removed. So that's always good. Anyway, that is the main artwork. There's nothing on the top of the box. There is nothing on the bottom. So we will go on to the spine of it. And as you can see, the artwork has continued onto the spine. And everything you see there in terms of the Warner Brothers logo, the Conjuring, and the 4K logo is done with some spot glossing. And that'll take me then to the back of the box. And you see what I mean? You know, there's some fingerprints that I held on earlier, and it just shows up very badly. So at the back, very simple, but as you can see, the music box does feature a little bit on the back of it. And then right in the middle, as you can see, it's a quote from Ed Warren. And once again, all done with a bit of spot glossing. So if you do want to pause that and give it a read, by all means do so. So that is the back of the box. This is the contents that we're going to be looking at, and once again, nice and snug inside the box. Right, so let's take it out and see what we've got. Right, so here we go. Now, so I'm going to start, as always, with the envelope. And as you can see, you've just got the title of the movie. Nice high gloss finish on it as well, black background. It works very well. There's nothing going on in the back. Right, so open it up and let's have a look and see. Wow, it's actually a lot harder to do without when you have gloves on. Anyway, you do have this small, it's kind of like a sticker, I think it is. If I can pick it up, that is. There we go. And on it, it says, based on the true case files of the Warrens. So that was in there for some strange reason. Right, so we have got, you know what, I need to take these gloves off because it's pissing me off. It's too hard to handle all the items. Right, we've got the poster. It's a double-sided poster. As you can see, one side, you've got that classic artwork. Of course, it does feature Annabelle the doll. So great to see that featured on this set. It does say up in the top from the director of Saw and Insidious. There you go. Apologies for not getting that into frame. And the opposite side is once again another bit of classic artwork, and this is hands down my favourite artwork when it comes to The Conjuring. Look at that. Look at how eerie that looks. I would love to get a massive poster of that image. I really would. I'd hang it up, happily hang it up in my house. So that is your double-sided poster. So just fold that up. You've got a booklet. Nice to see booklets in Warner Brothers releases. It's been a while since we've seen one. As you can see, it is the artwork that you've seen on the main box. And this one is, I think it's basically an article. And it's to do, I think it's to do with the Warrens and, of course, the case that's featured in the movie. So it's by no means a big book. It's not detailed at all. But it's nice to be, it's nice that it's there. And the entire book, even the pages, as you can see, is done with high gloss. It's a high gloss finish, sorry. So that is the book. You've got this game instruction, for the game Hide and Clap. So if you know the movie, you know exactly what this is all about. As a matter of fact, the Steelbook is based around this game, which you'll see now in a second. So yes, just simple instructions for the game itself. So there you go. Right, get that out of the way. You've got your usual postcards, your stills from the movie, which Warner Brothers always do. They're famous for. Now, I think there's probably 5 of them altogether. You may notice as well that each and every one of them has a high gloss finish. Now, the thing is, when you turn around to the back, which I'll be showing you now in a second, you do get more stills, but this time it has a matte finish. So so naturally there will be 5 of them. So there's the music box featured once again. There it is again. So that's the artifact to take at the end of this movie. So there you go. That is your 5 postcards. Now, there's more cards. Now these ones I really do like. Because check this out. Isn't this absolutely fantastic? So there's all the actors that they got in The Conjuring. And there's the people that they were playing. So that's the real family in the background. I thought that was such a lovely card to include in this release. And the rest of these cards are actually all behind the scenes. Lorraine Warren with James Wan. Of course, you got James Wan outside the house itself. And look at that. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Lorraine Warren with Vera Farmiga. She is wonderful in the movie. She's great in the role. Lovely to see. I absolutely love these cards. James Wan behind the camera, and of course, again, one with to do with that music box. So there you have it. That is what the cards. There is. Let me see. There's 6 of them all together, and then when you look at the back, you've just simply got The Conjuring, of course, Lorraine Warren, and the music box, and it's the same on each and every one of the cards. Lovely to see them. Really is. So that's the last thing we have to watch and look at now is the Steelbook itself. Now I have to tell you, I was a little bit underwhelmed by the Steelbook. Once again, Warner Brothers opting for a matte finish. You know, I have to tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of matte finishes, but I have to tell you, for some strange reason, it works on the Steelbook. But as you can see, they featured that scene in the movie. Probably the scariest scene in the movie. It scared the shit out of me when I seen it. So it was great to see that feature as the main artwork on this one. So there's nothing going on in terms of embossing or debossing, anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm just noticing there's a little small dent up there. Again, nothing to warrant sending it back though. So there you go. I'll just take you in close once again, just to have you. Let's just have a look at the artwork on that. But again, I'm not going to say anything in terms of what goes on in that scene, just in fear of someone not seeing the movie. But it's a great scene. Right, so I'll show you then the spine, if it goes into focus, that is. I don't know if I can get it in focus. Yeah, sorry folks, it's just not going. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you just got the title of the movie. And right around to the back, look, if you are familiar with Warner Brothers, you have to know they just don't put much effort onto the backs of those steelbooks. And as you can see, it is the clock, and again, it's stopped at that time that every clock is stopped in the house. So that's it, just that on a black background, kind of has a bronze finish to it. And then of course you got the titles down below. So yeah, look, I'm not going to lie, the Steelbook is a little bit underwhelming on this one. But I can tell you now that this Steelbook can be bought separately if there is anyone out there that's interested in getting it. So I will open it up in full. And there you have it. So all that's left to do is to turn it around and take out the discs. That is your 4K. And then, of course, you've got the Blu-ray disc. And then inside, just all that's left to do, sorry, is to show you the inside of the Steelbook. And as you can see most of the crew there. And it's a scene close to the end of the movie. I'll say no more about it. Right, so that's the inside of the Steel. So as per usual, I want to do a recap. So we have the Steelbook that is somewhat underwhelming. Of course, you got those behind the scenes postcards, which is great to see. You've also got your stills postcards, your game instructions, your postcard, double-sided poster, and the box that holds it all in, and that is the release of The Conjuring. Right, so there you have it, folks. That is my release of The Conjuring, and other than the Steelbook being a little bit underwhelming, still very, very happy to pick this one up. And I think this release is widely available. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon UK, even though we can't get it on my end. But anyone that's living in the UK, I'm sure you'll have no problems getting it. As a matter of fact, I'm almost certain it's actually on Amazon Italy for anyone that's interested. And I'm almost certain it's €40 as well. So again, something to consider. Right, so I am going to let you go. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on this release and what did you think of the movie itself. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.